Hello and welcome. This is a Divine Designer video. This is for spiritual entrepreneurs for the month of January who are thinking about starting a new business. So if in your heart of hearts you are a messenger or healer, a wayshower or a change maker, a starseed or a light worker, and you have a business dream, you may want to stick around and see what this reading has for you. I am so glad you're here. Thank you for your presence and your company. And thank you for subscribing to this channel. Here we go now. All right. I'm doing a Celtic cross spread today. All right, so we start from the center. This is the card representing where you are at the moment. This is the Page of Pentacles. That's very promising. So in this card, you see a young person. You may be young just internally, this is your mental and emotional and psychological age, the age of your heart and soul, not necessarily the age of your body. So this is a youthful person holding a pentacle, and this is someone who is starting out and doing well with their work. And the position of this second card is what crosses you. It can be a challenge or an obstacle. And we have Judgment. I have to laugh because this is the year of Judgment 2019, especially for the people who are here to do their true heart's work, and who maybe have been postponing or delaying, not necessarily, out of your own fault. There have been a lot of external influences that have created delays, but this is the make it or break it year. This is the year where the universe, God, Goddess, the powers that be, the world of spirit is really calling us to step forward in our true work and mission. And it's the year of Judgment. So this is both a challenge and an opportunity. It's the perfect card to come out here. So the third card down here, it's in a position that tells us what the foundation of our situation is, or what has been part of our past. And we have Temperance. That's really great. So this means that you have been patient, and you have been very slowly taking ideas from the world of spirit to the world of form. Maybe you have been writing things down slowly. Maybe you have been making mental notes of divine downloads that you receive from the angels or your guides or your higher self. And here you are now, after having been so patient and having been walking this balanced line of still living in the world of form, in the world of, mundane, making money, paying bills, but starting to listen to your calling. And let's see what the influence that's just passing through right now. It's either starting to come in or it's starting to leave. That's the position of this card. It's an influence passing through. And we have the Two of Cups. So this is true love. This is love. There is no two ways around it. The Two of Cups is true love. So this is something that is just starting to come in, or it's just starting to go away. And either way, it's really interesting, because if it's just starting to go away, it means that maybe after having obsessed for a long time about love and romance in your life, you're now starting to let that go and starting to focus on your true heart's work, right? This is where you are for the month of January. You are the Page of Pentacles. You are this youthful person, or a person with a youthful outlook regarding work, regarding making money in a new and different way, in alignment with this patient observance that you've been doing from your past and recent past, though. So this is just recently you've been doing this, and it's been kind of lining the way and charting the pathway for both where you are and this place where you find yourself in the very powerful position of being able to make this choice of aligning yourself with your true heart's work. And if this is an influence that is just starting to come in instead, it's probably a soulmate or a twin flame influence that is also in alignment with your soul and with your mission on the planet. So let's look at the next card. It's in a position where it's part of your distant future. Perhaps it's a possibility. So the cards only tell you possibilities in direct relation to where you are right now, and it's completely open to free will and to your choices and to new influences and new forks on the road. But right now, judging, right? Judging from where you are, this is the possibility that crowns you. It's the expression that is looking most likely for a far future. And it's the Ten of Wands. Now, even though this man looks like he's overburdened, it's not a terrible card. So this is work. This is hard work, hard labor. This is taking your work out to the world, and maybe it feels overwhelming, maybe it feels like a burden, maybe the distance is long, and you have to take it one step at a time. But it's not a bad card by any means whatsoever. And I just noticed this, I'll point it out. There are two elk or deer or caribou or two animals in the background looking at him, and you can see their shadows from in between his legs. Yeah, oops, sorry. Now you can see them too. I was holding the card too low. And I find that interesting, you know? It's like Spirit is watching us, especially the spirits of Gaia, the spirits of Mother Earth. They are all watching us because they depend on us. They depend on us doing our true heart's work, doing our mission on the planet, so that we can shift the vibration of the collective and we can help all the species on Earth, you know? It's a question of perhaps we're not helping them directly, right? We each have our own divine blueprint, but even indirectly, we have a great power of influence. We can affect our environment and the people around us. We affect the energy grid of the planet. When we shift our vibration internally, we are doing so in direct relation to our brothers and sisters of humanity, our brothers and sisters of Gaia. So, next card. It's in a position of a very likely short-term future. So again, in direct relation to where you are and what crosses your path, we have the Three of Swords. Now, people usually ascribe very bad meanings to the Three of Swords. It obviously looks very ominous. It's a sword pierced, a heart pierced by three swords. And it usually means heartbreak and separation. However, there's a positive side to this. Normally, it's heartbreak and separation that needs to happen for our own personal growth and evolution. So, whatever it is that brought us to this moment right here, those are things that we either needed to learn or we needed to unravel, we needed to unstick ourselves from, right? So these are situations that were keeping us stuck, and even though it may be painful to separate ourselves from them, it's usually the cards point to something that is absolutely necessary for our soul's evolution. So it looks like getting on mission, getting on our path, and being the Page of Pentacles, which means actually making money from your mission, actually making money from your true heart's work. Doing this in accordance to God's will or Goddess's will, or the all that is infinite intelligence, divinity of everything, whatever name you choose to use to describe source or your higher power. I often use the shorthand God, and I do not mean a man up in the sky. I do mean both the feminine and the masculine divine energy of creation. This which has us walking on this planet, and is asking so deeply for us to pursue our divine blueprint, our truest and highest expression. And each of us is so unique. So when we fall into our own tracks, and this is what we're being called to do here in January, all of you soulpreneurs who are aching to start your own business, and you have been so patient about it. Often, this means a lot of change, and this kind of change can create some heartbreak, right? People sometimes are not ready for the kind of sudden evolution and transformation that we can go through. So this kind of heartbreak is sometimes necessary in order that we might do our work. And work is work. Work is work. So these are your fears in relation to this situation of following this budding business idea that you might have. It is the Four of Wands. So here you see a nice scenery, a family. They are just chatting, and it's a peaceful setting. It's in harmony with nature as well. And the wands are, again, they are the suit of work, of working. So perhaps you have some fears, since this card is in the position of your fears. Perhaps you have some fears around how this might affect your family. And it's a very sound fear. It's a very reasonable fear. And you might have to go gently as you've gone with yourself here. So this is the foundation of the issue at hand. As gently as you've gone with yourself here, you may have to go just as gently with your loved ones. The next card we have is the influence on you of your loved ones and of your environment. This might be your work environment too. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. It's actually really awesome. So this is a card both of completion and of great things to come. So it's a little bit like conquering the world. And maybe that is the view that your family or closest friends or your colleagues at work have of you. And this business idea or this, heart's calling that you have is that maybe it looks a little bit like you want to conquer the world. And you know what? You do. We starseeds and lightworkers and mystics and healers and wayshowers and messengers and change makers, we do. We want to conquer the world. It's okay to admit that. And even though you might be conquering only a little part of it, only a little piece of it, as a collective, we absolutely can make huge shifts on humanity and on the planet. So this is the influence of your environment, your family, your friends, and your work colleagues. And it could be too that this is the influence of your new community. So as you step into your work, as you become this abundant Page of Pentacles, you might find that your new community, the people who are drawn to your new work, who show up for you, are in alignment with the beginning of this new cycle for you. So you're completing a cycle, you're starting a new cycle. And the next card we're going to look at here is in a position of your hopes and dreams. So it's upside down. I'll show it to you right side up first. So it's strength. One great thing about it is it's a major arcana card. It's upside down though. So your hope is that you have enough strength to do this. That's your hope. And you're probably right now feeling not quite up to the task, and that's why the card came up upside down. Maybe you're feeling a little fragile, a little vulnerable about it, which is okay. Starting any new venture of any kind, however small, even those first little baby steps are the hardest ones. And maybe all you can do is take one baby step a week, and that's enough. It's enough to take one baby step a week. Week by week, you'll see that you can get there. And, the creatures of the planet, especially the plants, the plant kingdom has so much to teach us about being patient and laying a good foundation for the work that we're going to do. We can be kind to ourselves and know that we do have the strength it takes to start and then to keep going. This is the keep going card. This is the don't give up card. You're halfway to the market. Just keep carrying the load that maybe is starting to feel too heavy. Maybe you need to take a breather, but just to keep going. And up here, the very last card we're going to look at is a summary or the final outcome. Woohoo! You have the Nine of Cups. This is beautiful. So the Nine of Cups is similar to a card of harvest. You've gathered your gifts and you're offering them to the world. You know what they are and you're happy about it. Look at this guy. He's, offering his cups. And this is where you're headed. This is the brilliant and best outcome of following your true heart's work. So don't hesitate. As scary as it might be, take that first little baby step, or that 10th or that 100th little baby step, and just keep going, because this is what's waiting for you. It's not just receiving money, it's receiving the fruits of your labor in the best way, which is in alignment with your heart. And that's why this is the Nine of Cups and not a card from the Suit of Pentacles. And I would relate this to the influence that is passing through, because this is the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is true love. And this reading was in general about work and career. So I would say that the influence that's passing through here is not about a person, it's not romantic, but it's rather about the true love that you might have for your true work. And this is your reading for today. I hope it helps you move forward. My mission is to serve and support spiritual entrepreneurs, wayshowers, and change makers. Thank you for being here. Together we can change the world.